Ugh. Footwork time. Don't have the microphones today. Sorry, guys. Hi, guys. Doing some footwork. Warm up for fencing practice. It's been a long day. A little bit tired. A lot of bit tired. Warming up with footwork. We'll do comments here in a second. When I come over to Bob. Just for those of you who are just getting here, remember, you are Bob. You are the Bob. Be the best Bob that you can be. All right, back to footwork. Here we go. These aren't the best shoes for footwork. They're really, I love them. These are my favorite shoes because they're like wearing nothing. But it does mean that there's not a lot of material or traction. Hello, Bobs. Bobs of the world unite. All right, here we go. I need to make a t-shirt that says I am Bob. Okay, other foot. Hi guys. Whew. My day's been long. I'm Hey, don't ask, just for the thing, don't ask for shoutouts. Talk to me normally and I will talk to you back. Yes, Bob, you're all Bobs. Yes, you got into fencing. I love it. Okay, so today's been long. The last couple days have been tough for multiple reasons. I launched my business, which is great. It's been like over 6 months in the making, and I finally launched it. If you haven't already, go check out truesteel.com, or sorry, truesteeltraining.com. We got awesome videos for you to learn from. But yeah, it's been a lot. So a lot of stuff going on, and I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. So I'm doing footwork right now. This is the gather step. So before we were doing our before we were doing our advancing retreating steps. And that is when the front foot moves, the back foot follows. Retreat, advance, advance. Then we had our advanced lunge. And then now we're going to do our gathering steps. Back foot moves. So it's, in this one, I lean toward, no, I don't lean. I shift my weight. So my back foot will move first. And my front foot will move first. So that's the gathering step. That's what we're doing now. So here we go. Gathering steps. Here, gather, 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 gather. Going back. You're all Bob now. Yes, you're all Bobs. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you are Bob. You are Bob. I'm not doing a flip. My back hurts. And forward. Okay, cool. Other foot. Check the comments. How's it going? All right. Other foot. So we're in this. So this is a stance vage. It is an equally weighted stance. A nice low. And you'll notice my back foot's a little bit more open. And from here, I have a lot of structure and power that I can oppose people with. I can move around. So we're gonna do our gathering steps going backwards first. Gather. Gather. forward. Good. All right. Now we're going to do retreat lunges. Right now, yeah, what's going on? So we're doing fencing. So this is just my daily fencing routine where I just practice. So you guys are just joining me on practice. Right now, I'm specifically practicing footwork. So, all right, now retreat lunges. So we're going to do retreat, parry, riposte. Recover, retreat, parry, riposte, recover. Wish I had my other shoes, but I don't. And then on the way forward, why don't we do some flushes? Actually, you know what? I do have my other shoes. Hold on a second, guys. I'll read some comments while I put on my other shoes. Yeah. I've been doing a lot. So the website launch, normal content, fixing up the space here, trying to get the wall finished. I still got to do mud and paint, and I just don't want to do it. I really don't. But I gotta. These are my fencing shoes. You don't know, these are the boots that I recommended, those Belleville Mini Mills. They're so good for fencing. I know people are like, why are you fencing combat boots? But they're not really combat boots. They're minimalist shoes with high tops. So they're totally flat. They got good traction. They've got a little bit of ankle support, and they stay on my feet. It's a huge deal. They're wide enough. All right, we're almost done. Then back to footwork. Putting on some shoes. Hold on a second, guys. Okay, back to it. Here we go. So now we are going to do the retreats again on the other foot. So we're here, retreat. Oh, hold on. I get my shoes. So we're here. Bop, 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 lunge, recover. All right. I tied one of these a little bit too tight, I'm honest. That's okay. Oh! Hey, Frank! What's up? I'm gonna find a thing. Bought a 1719 British Sabre and... Oh, cool! Advice. So we'll do some Sabre stuff later. I'll show you how that works. All right, we're gonna do some flushes. So with a flush, the idea is I am exploding forward. It's like a running step. So I'm here and I power up this foot and go forward just like that. So I'm going to do a few of those. Okay, a couple more. Oh. Woo, I'm tired. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right. Okay. Other leg. Have to do the same thing on the leg. So, actually don't flush out the sling very often. Boom. Boom. All right. One more set. There we go. So we just done our kind of Olympic fencing lunges or flushes. So now we're gonna do this kind of flush. So we're here. Oh, we didn't do our passes. Gotta do the passes. So we're gonna do passes first. So we're in our Vage stance, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna rotate like this. You can see that I've opened the door for my hip to come through. So I'm gonna do my passes. 1 second. Here we go. Pass and go. Pass and go. Sword moves first. Sword moves first. There we go. One more set of those. My knee's been bothering me. Might cut footwork short a little bit because my knee hurts. We've got to do one more set of flushes. Here we go. These are the other flushes. Yeah. I'm going to call it on footwork. I think I overdid it running the other day. My knee's just a little bit aggravated. So now we're going to move to whacking Bob. And remember, if you're just joining us, you are Bob. So you better defend yourself. Let me grab my sword. All right. So we start off with sword moves first. Gotta just keep drilling it into my body. There we go. Oh, my knee. Yeah, that doesn't feel good. Something's annoyed. Take it easy today. It doesn't help that I did leg day right before this. Keep telling myself not to do that, and then I do it anyway. Sword moves first. All right, take a look at some comments. Has this got water in it? Yeah, but it's been open for a few days. It's fine, I'll just die. Comments. Oh, tastes bad. Daniel? Is that a reference to something? Oh, okay, no, it's not actual Daniel. I thought you were referencing something else. Sorry about that. Bye, Daniel. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. We are Bob. Bob is eternal. I am Bob. Massage gun, hot bath. Yeah. Hydrate or dihydrate. I mean, if I hydrate with this, I might dihydrate because I'm not sure it's any good anymore. But who cares? All right. Sword moves first. So if you don't know what I mean by sword moves first, I mean this. I don't want to move my body and then my sword. That's something that they do in Japanese test cutting. And it's because, so when you are purely trying to cut, it's actually okay when you're just worried about cutting a target. But if you're trying to fence another person who is attacking you, the issue with moving your body first is that you don't have your defense out in front of you, and it's easy for your opponent to stop you. So if I move sword and body together, if you were to stick your sword out in front of me, I would just impale myself on it. So what I want to do is move my sword first, and this lets me use feeling, right? So if I move this and I see you going to parry, I can do something else. So what I'm doing here is I'm moving my sword first and then my body, because I don't want to move them at the same time, or even worse, move my body and then my sword afterwards. So here we go, ready? Sword moves first. And I can move my body like this. That's fine. I just can't commit my weight forward. So this is fine. Boom, I can go back really quick, right? The problem is this. As soon as I do this, I've committed to this and I can't take it back. So sword moves first, just like that. Sword moves first. Sword moves first, just like that. You are Bob. All right, sword moves first. There we go, sword moves first. Let's try it from a little bit further away. So now I'm going to try and incorporate in the gathering step and then sword moves first, just like that. Gathering step, sword moves first. Again, gather, sword moves first. Boom, gather, sword moves first. Parry, sword moves first. Again, Gathering step, sword moves first. Parry, sword moves first. Okay. Boom, boom, bop, boom. My knee. All right. Hey, guys. My favorite longsword. My favorite longsword, the one that I use the most is the Ensifer Red. You can find a review on it. Ensifer, I think. Ensifer Red. I really like it. It's not for everybody though. It's a shorter sword with a beefier blade, and it's not quite as light as some other swords, but I really like it because it's very strong in the bind. But I also really like my Regenier Shorty. I prefer shorter swords because I'm a shorter guy. So I tend to have like this guy here. This is about my size of a sword. Some of my swords are a little bit longer than this, but most of them are somewhere around here. I do have some that are a little bit higher like this. My Siggy's this long, but I just ordered a shorter Siggy because I think that the one I have, I love it. Just a little bit long for me. All right, ready to go? So sword moves first. So this is a shortened parry, right? I'm moving here, boom. Let's see, parry is that I shift. I'm shifting to this shortened position. I'm strong, and I'm parrying here so I can take back my term and hit or hit. So let's work on this. Let's do sword moves first into attack. Short arm. So here we go. We're going to do this. We're going to do gather, step, pivot, attack, sword moves first, short and parry, thrust. Just like that. So gather, step, sword moves first, short and parry, thrust. That's a fun little drill. Dude, play along at home. Gather, step, sword moves first, short and parry, thrust. I probably should honestly move back on that. Step in on this. Let's see. The problem here is distance, right? Bob's not moving. You're all wonderful Bobs. Unfortunately, you just don't work. Or you don't actually fight me. So, all right. What happened? What's going on? Did something happen in the comments? Okay, whatever. Don't be a jerk in the comments or my mods will get rid of you. Yeah, I'm short. I'm 5'5". 5'5". All right, here we go. Ready? I always think it's funny when people make fun of my height because I'm not like, I don't care. I'm a short guy. All right, ready? Here we go. Gather, step, sword moves first, parry, thrust. Okay, yeah. Please don't curse in the channel. We're a PG channel. We try to keep things PG. You can say like, if you could get away with it in a PG movie, you can say it. Except for the B word. I don't like that word. All right, here we go. Ready? Boom. Sword moves first, parry, thrust. I'm not liking that gather stuff, if I'm honest. I'm doing it wrong. I'm not doing something right on this. Boom. Boom, pop, boom. There we go, that's better. All right, let's go ahead and add in the weapon. So I'm arming you, army of Bobs. Now, you get a sword. Here we go. This is a bad idea to give the comment section a sword. If I'm honest here, I'm going to regret this. All right, here's your sword. So now what we're going to practice, my water. Now what we're going to practice is our Zucken. So we're here. So what we're training now is a drill from the bind, but because we haven't invented robot self-controlled stuff yet, yeah, anyway, now we haven't, I really want someone in the comments, if you know an engineer who can make a robot that's controlled by the comments, I would love that, but we can't do that. So right now what we're training against is we're in the bind, like this, and this person, I am now in a strong position. So you can see I'm in a strong position because my structure is lined up towards your sword, my sword's on the inside, so I have a line to hit you. Now if I try and hit you, I become weak, right? If I extend forward, this is a hitter. My strength is no longer at your sword. This means I'm weak against your sword, and you can easily parry me. I don't want to do that. In order to stab you from this position, I need to take your strong and then come in, because now I'm strong against you and my tips against you. But what we're going to train right now is we're going to train as if you have decided you want to take my strength. I'm trying. The comments are going so fast, guys. I'm trying to do. Yeah, be civil in the comments, please. Don't spam and don't do curse words, otherwise my mods will have to take care of you. Anyway, here we go. So what's happening now is you are deciding you want to be strong. So you're pushing my sword to the side like this. So we're here. You decide you don't like this, so you're going to push my sword to the side. Now you're giving me strong lateral pressure this way. Because your pressure is going this way and not towards me, I can flee the bind. This is a Zukin. So if we're here, press, flee the bind, now I retake, and I have the strong position here too. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to step in the direction of your parry, cross my arms, and thrust against you. Because when we're here, I'm strong against your pressure, I'm strong against your sword, and I'm stabbing you just like this. Sword bot, yes. Thanks, mods, also for doing a great job. All right, here we go. So we have to start in this position because you can't actually press this. So we're here, Zukin, Blind, Thrust. I'm actually going to turn you this way a little bit so you can see a little bit better. All right, here we go again. So we're in this position, Zukin, Blind, Thrust. Oh no, I stabbed my phone. I stabbed my phone a little bit. Bobs! Oh yeah, if you don't know, right now you are Bob. If you just joined us, so hold on, let me see if I can do this. You are Bob. That's who you are. And you're helping me train. If I can get this back in here. Oh no! Cool. You are Bob, you're helping me train. And now we're gonna do some more sword stuff. Here we go. Mods are killing it today. Thank you guys. And we're here. So, Zukin, Wind, Thrust. Just like that. Zukin, Wind, Thrust. There it is. I'm starting to really get this, guys. I've been working on this for a long time, and I'm really starting to feel this one. Of course, this isn't the same as training with a partner, but I live, like I said, guys, I live really far away, so I'd have to do, I go to fencing twice a week, I get drills from my instructors when I come home, and I do a lot of solo training. There we go. Here we go. There it is. Awesome. We'll do about 5 more of these and then we'll read some comments. There it is. There it is. Oh, it feels so good when I get it right. 3 more. There, that one didn't work. So I have to do 3 more that are good. 3 more that are good. There it is. 2 more. 1 more. There it is. All right. Let's read some comments. Okay, what do we got here? Oh man, comments are going so fast. I might have to switch to top comments so I can actually see what you're talking about. I'm pretty good. Hema is fun. Oh, if you're close to Simbrogi, absolutely go to them. Simbrogi is fantastic. So we just launched our new, so if you guys want to get into HEMA, first off, always check to see if there's a club near you. Best way to learn is in person with an instructor. But if you don't have somebody near you, we just launched a new website, truesteeltraining.com, and we have a bunch of awesome instructors on there, including Jeremy Pace, who is the head instructor at Simbrogi. So go check that out. Absolutely go check that out. Simbrogi is great. Hey Rex, I'm still working on getting the setup done for the stuff. Let's see what we got here. Bear Sword. Oh, cool. You go to Bear Swords. Bear's a friend of mine. You know, actually, I'm going to be at the Sword Strong here in a couple of months. Website recommendations for swords. Purple Heart Armory is probably the biggest distributor of swords in the U.S. So you can go check their stuff out. SoCal Swords also has quite a few swords. Those are the 2 in the U.S. that I know of. Ugh, there's a hair in there. It's probably my hair, but still. Oh yeah, there's another school, Tattersall in Tulsa. see what we got here. Sword Strong is a fencing tournament that also has a strongman competition in it. It's in Kansas City in, I want to say April, but I could be wrong. When you thrust, do you gather the blade first before extending? Yeah, so let's talk about that real quick. So what I'm doing here is I zuken, I place here, and then I move with my sword first and my body in the direction of the blade, because now I've gathered their weak on my strong, and when I cross over, it's still there, and I can come in because I'm protected. So the whole thing is zuken, press, thrust, just like that. Here we go, zuken, press, thrust. Zuken, so it's a wind, it's just a wind, zuken, wind, thrust. 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 I love this move. It feels so good. It just feels right. It just feels good. All right, let's see if we can do the same thing on the other side. Here we go. Can I do a slice? Yeah, when I get done doing my Pell training, we can do some cutting. How's that? There's a lot of people here, so we can do some cutting today. That'll be fun. It's a little. Oh, I've also got a really cool new. I've got a really cool new sword stand. I don't want to take. I'll here. So after we do all of my Pell work, we can do some cutting. But look at this. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Look at it. I put this up. I'm proud of it. Slowly modifying this room. We still need to fix that back wall, though. I've got a wall now, which is amazing, and it's all thanks to the people in the comments. It's all thanks to people like you who donated to get a wall. We kind of ran out of the money to build it, so this is where we're at. I'd like to mud it or put up something, but the next step's a little bit expensive, so I gotta wait a while. Anyway, so we're on this side. Now we're zuken, wind, thrust. Now this is a little bit hard because of the way this works. It's not really yielding the way I want it to, but we're gonna try it anyway. So we're here. Zuken, wind, thrust. Don't collapse my arms. Zuken, wind, thrust. There it is. There it is. Zuken, wind, thrust. The problem is I don't want to rock this back, but unfortunately, because of the way that this is done, I can't really do it all the way. Anyway, zuken, wind, thrust. 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 That feels good. Man, I'm starting to really feel this. Oh, let me turn that off. Turn that off. Sorry, guys. Here we go. There it is. That feels good. There we go. A couple more of these, and we're working on something else. Okay. It's also raining here. Oh! Hey! Thank you so much. I'm glad you joined. Favorite non-European sword? Favorite non-European sword as well. My favorite... Okay, this is actually interesting. So my favorite non-European sword is probably the Shamshir. Hold on. This guy right here. Because my favorite European sword is the saber. And this is, one of the... I wouldn't even necessarily say prototypes, but it is essentially the companion piece of the saber. So this is my favorite non-European sword, and my favorite European sword is the saber. Now, the longsword is obviously one of my favorites, but the saber is my first love, my first true love, so it's got a special place in my heart. Put this guy back. Now, I will say I also really do like Filipino martial arts, even though I'm not, great at them or anything. So this Daw, this is actually a Thai. This is Thai, not Filipino. But it's very similar to some of the Filipino weapons. So I really like that. And also, I reviewed this one a little while ago This is the Hanwei Banshee Da. I really love this sword. It feels so nice to cut with. I'm not great at it. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not like a pro FMA practitioner. I do a little bit of dabbling, but this is really fun. I like it. All right, we're gonna do some more drilling. We're gonna do a little bit more drilling, and then we're gonna go ahead and do maybe some test cutting. So, all right, here we go. I want to work on. I don't know what I want to work on. Crump. So, no, I don't like that. I think we did the 3 things for long, so let's go ahead and do rapier. We're gonna do rapier. All right, so hold on a second, guys. So we're gonna start off with just sword moves first, because I always need to practice sword moves first. Standard strike. How many swords, katanas do you have? A lot. Just checking the comments. Permanent wrist injury. Oh, no. Is it on both arms, or is it just on one? Because you can always switch arms. I know that's not perfect, but... All right, sword moves first. Oh! Hey! There's plenty of sword guides from Yom Time, so there's similar hammer guides. So hammers and blunt weapons, I'm not really sure. It's not an area that I know a whole lot about. I don't do a lot of blunt weapons stuff. My instructor Charles Turner knows a little bit more. But as for guides, probably, I think it's a little bit simpler than swords. The hammers are a little bit of a simpler tool, so it might just be smashy smash. All right, here we go. All right, let's do some work on the Pell. So what we're gonna do here is kind of similar to what we did before. I'm gonna start here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm going to present kind of a bind. I'm pushing the sword to the side. What I want them to do, which they can't do because they don't have a robot, is I want them to disengage and try and retake. And what I'm going to do is take them as they do that. So as they go, I press here, they go, I'm going to take them here, then thrust. It's kind of the idea. Let's see if we can make it work. See if we can make it work. There it is. There it is. Whoops. Bent the wrong way. I put my hand wrong. Tap the screen. There it is. There we go. Hey, hold on a second. Warhammer is very similar to using an axe, but not the same. Yeah, I can see that. Again, axes are not my thing either. I mostly, like I said, I mostly do swords, and I mostly do these 3 right here: longsword, saber, and rapier. So I try not to talk too much outside of my knowledge base. You know, you can make some basic observations on other swords. Like the katana is very similar to the long sword, so there are some basic mechanical understandings that you can get from one and put them onto the other. But you just got to make sure that every time you talk about it, you're like, no, I'm not an expert here, but based on my experience with another weapon, I can kind of talk a little bit. It's all about caveats. It's all about what you say you know. Links in description. What's going on? Probably. I don't know. Anyway, back here. All right, here we go. Ready? So, bind, press, thrust. I missed. Because I moved my body first. I'm stupid. Bind, press, thrust. Bind. Nope. Bind, disengage, thrust. Bind, disengage, thrust. There we go. Bind, disengage, thrust. Bind. Oops. Bind, disengage, thrust. Bind, disengage, thrust. I don't really know if that side step is doing anything for me. Bind, disengage, thrust. Putting me through. I do kind of like that though. Bind, disengage, thrust. Block, thrust. All right, let's try the other way. So now, let's see. What are we gonna do here? We're gonna do. I need to get more lessons from Charles. We're here. So now we're going to be in this backwards, lean backward stance. What we're going to do is we're going to push our body forward. And then as we come backwards, we're actually going to switch our feet slightly to the side, which changes the angle. So right now you can see we're in what's called a neutral bind. Neither one of us has any advantage, right? So if I were to thrust straight forward, you can easily press me off to the side, or we both kill each other, right? What I want is to be in this position, because now if I press forward, you're not going to be able to press me as easily. I have the advantage. But I don't. If I just try and press you here, you'll press me back, or you'll disengage. So I got to be sneaky about it. So what I'm going to do is I am going to be in this backward weighted stance. I'm going to move forward and then move my foot to the side slightly. So now, even though you don't know it, I've changed the angle, and now I have the leading line. I have the inside line. So boom, like that. There it is. That was a fun one. Comments for a minute. We'll go back to it. All right. Marazzo has one kick. Yes, Marazzo has a kick to the junk, and so does Fiore. All right. Destrezza? No, I haven't. Mostly, I want to. My instructors have. So here's the thing, right? I do like the sources in the sense that, like, I'm dyslexic, so I have a really hard time reading primary sources, but my instructors are very well versed in those. So I learn the sources through my instructors who have taken years and years to understand the meanings behind them and things like that. So that's kind of how I approach it. So I probably have done some Destrezza, but through somebody else. All right, here we go. Back to this. We're here. Come forward. I like that. I really like this move. I'm going to see if I can pull it off in an actual fencing match. Woof. That was right to the face. That would suck. Anyway. All right, let's move on to some saber. I'm feeling a little tired today, so I'm not going to stick too long on any of these things. Then after saber, we can set up the cutting target, and we can do a little bit of test cutting. How's that? We're going to do paper cutting because I'm not made of money and I don't have a bunch of test targets around, and then prep them. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we can do like one live stream a week where we do some test cutting, huh? All right, here we go. Oh, by the way, if you're trying to get into test cutting, right, one of the biggest problems is finding affordable tatami mats. Kageyama Imports, and you can find them in the links on my homepage, is probably the most affordable distributor of tatami mats in the country. I got a roll that's good for like 20 mats. It comes out to like $7 a mat plus shipping, so like $11 a mat, which is pretty darn good. So if you're looking for tatami mats, Kageyama Imports. Anyway, here we go. an arm workout. Yes, this is live sword training. Whew, it's a little bit slippery. Okay. Oh, did I miss something? Hold on a second. Water jugs, pool noodles. Yeah, they do. Water jugs and pool noodles work pretty well. But a lot of people like Tatami. Also, it's a really good business. I just like promoting them. They're such good guys. So yeah, check out Kageyama Imports. You want to get into tatami cutting. They're so good. So right now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to work on my feints. So you'll notice, as I come in, on the first step I indicate in one line, and on the lunge I switch and cut in another line. So, whoo! So that last move was a flush. I parried here, and I push forward like that. So it covers a lot of ground, you can see. So I retreat, parry, flush. It lets me cover a lot of ground, but it is not necessarily reckless, but it is powerful, and it's hard to recover from. All right. Yeah, just work your footwork to death, man. Yeah, thick cardboard tubes. You want? I don't know. I think you want. We did a tutorial actually, ironically. It's seen some action recently in somebody else's video, but we did a tutorial on how to make cardboard tatami rolls. So you can go to any store that sells boxes and buy one for like $2 and make yourself a roll. All right, here we go. Boom, bam. So this is a moulinet. I feint a thrust. When my opponent goes to do something about it, I moulinet and hit the head. Boom, bam. This is better with a smaller saber because it's a little bit quicker, but still. All right, here we go. Ready? Advance, cut, parry, post. All right. Okay. Okay. We'll call that good. Let's do some test cutting. So, you're gonna have to bear with me for a minute while I set this up. Here we go. Uh-oh. I'm in the wrong spot. Hold on. Ow. No. Oh no, I got the wrong size. Are you kidding me? No. That's sad. Oh no. How did I... Guys, it's the wrong size paper. It's the wrong size. No! Oh, I'm so mad. And I bought it too long ago to return it. Oh, that's so sad. I was gonna do some test cutting. Ah, that's really annoying. That's really annoying. There's nothing I can do about it. That's kind of... That sucks. That sucks. Well, instead we'll do a little talk about swords then. Let's do like a show and tell. I'm upset. I can't cut it to size. There's no way. There's no way I can cut paper that thick to size. Alright, so these are the swords. Actually, I think all of these, all of these were sent to me by Cult of Athena so I could test them out for you guys. So I've got reviews coming out on more of these. This is the... No, this one actually was sent to me by Free State Fellow, one of our followers. Really cool. This is the Ronin Dojo Pro, which I do like a lot. This is actually a really good entry-level katana. It's in the reasonable price range. I really like it. I hope you guys can hear. It's raining really loud. Yeah, we're going to scribe with Cluckin. So this one is the Sanghan Do. This thing is a monster, man. I got a review coming out on this soon, but look at this thing. Look at the cross-section on this blade, right? Look at how thick that guy is. Thick with like 5 C's, man. This thing is like a cleaver. It goes right through anything. I was so impressed with how crazy this thing is. I've got a review coming out on it soon. You can find it in Cult of Athena. I really like it. Can't remember how much it costs. It's the I don't remember who makes it. It's the Sanghan Do. It's really good. This I already showed you. This is the Banshee Da, which is probably one of my favorite things they've sent me. I love this thing. This is so nice. It's the Hanwei Banshee Da. God, it feels so good. It feels so good. So it's Thai and Burmese. That's what that is. What else we got here? This is the one that Cult of Athena sent me. This is the Shinto Oni Katana. I like this thing a lot. It's got a little bit of stuff on it because tatami is really gross, and I couldn't get all of it off, but that's okay. Swords are meant to be used. You know, it's not going to be pretty forever. So this is the, look how pretty this handle and this scabbard is. Look at this. I love this. Wait, that goes through anything? No, it won't go through the paper. The paper's too thick. It's like a bajillion D. It's like literally 4 inches thick of paper. There's no way that I can cut through that. I'm not... On each side, 4 inches thick, I should say. What else have we got here? We've got this one. This is another one I really like that Cult of Athena sent me. This is the Persian Shamshir. This is from... Who makes this? It's not Depika. Maybe it is. I don't remember. It's on the web. I've reviewed it. There's a video on it. It's a Persian Shamshir. This thing is... It feels so nice, and it's so light. I love this weapon. It's so nice. That's a good personality. All right. YouTube could fairly answer. What's this? Try and read the comments. Dual inanimate paper. I don't want to mess it up. Well, I guess there's no reason I shouldn't mess it up. There's no way I can cut through this. God, you're making me... Okay, hold on. If this goes badly, if I get hurt on camera, I blame you for encouraging me. This is a bad idea. This is such a bad idea. There's no way this is going to work. And it's going to be your fault. There's absolutely no way this is going to work. It's also going to mess it up, so it's like the wrong... This isn't going to work. I could do it with like a saw. Hold on. is a bad idea. This is such a bad idea. This is such a bad idea. Holy crap! I went through a lot of it, but not all of it. I don't know, man. I don't. Get a saw. One more try. Last try. No. It doesn't work. The paper is too thick, and I don't want to ruin my sword. So no. You really want... I guess I can get a saw. I don't want people to sit here and watch me saw paper. That's silly. That's silly. Okay, all right. Fine, I'll get a saw. I'll get a... Jeez. Jeez, guys. Jeez, you're bad influences. I don't know where my saw is. I don't have a saw. So we're not doing this today. We can't do it today. Sorry, guys. So many comments. I can't keep up. I really wish I had a saw, because we could actually saw this off, but I don't have one. I'm just looking around for a saw now. I swear I own a saw, but where is it? I have like a... I don't want to use a power saw. That's a bad idea. That's how I lose a finger. Let's not do that today. But I know that I have a normal saw because I used it recently on something, but it is gone. So we don't have a saw. Sorry, guys. I will cut the paper before next time, and we'll do a live stream. We got another live stream coming soon anyway. I think we got one tomorrow. So let's just go back to talking about the weapons. Use the force. All right, so here we go. Where were we? The Shamshir. This is another Shamshir that I'm testing out. This one's tough. Like, it's a good weapon. I'm just having a really tough time with it. It's very heavy, and it's very curved. And I'm finding that I'm having a really hard time cutting with this. I just need more experience on it. So we'll get there. More weapons. Yes, more weapons. So this is another Shamshir. It's a biggin. This is a Kukri. And this guy's also pretty heavy. It's heavier than most of the Kukris I've used. It's very pretty. You can see it right here. It's very pretty. It's nice. I'm not an expert on Kukris, so I'm not quite great at it yet, but I'm working on it. So, like I said, when I do reviews, I really do test stuff out to make sure I know what I'm... Well, not know what I'm doing. I'm at least competent in what I'm doing. Right? This guy, though... Man, I love this thing. This is a Katzenblogger. This thing is a razor. This thing is so sharp. I love this. And look at the handle. It's really cool, right? So this is a Landsknecht close sword. Like, they get close and they fight with these in medium range. I really like this sword. It cuts through things like butter. All right. So now we're gonna move. We're gonna move over here to the other set of swords. Move the ladder out of the way. I'm disappointed that we couldn't cut today. I'm sorry, guys. All right, these are the other swords. Let's see if you can see them all. So, this is the one I already reviewed. This is the Ronin Katana two-handed saber. I like this. This is kind of like, this didn't ever really exist, but it's basically a combination of like a Kriegsmesser. Oh man, this is so gross. It got like tatami juice doesn't come off. Look, this is all from cutting tatami with it. It just does not come off. But yeah, this is the Ronin Katana two-handed saber. I gave my review on it. I like this. I think it's fun. It's not like a super historical piece, but it's a really fun one. So there's that. What else have we got here? This is a Spadroon, which personally I think is a very silly weapon, but at the same time, it's a good weapon. Like it's made well. It's just a weapon that I'm not quite sure on yet. I'm doing testing with it. So it's a combination of a small sword and a saber, and we will see. It's a good weapon. Like, it's made well. It's just not one that I'm used to. It also is very tight. I feel like I'm going to break it every time. Did I put it in the wrong way? No, it's the right way. Because yeah. Is it? Hold on. I'm worried now. Yeah, that's right. Is it? Go in. Oh, hold on. It wouldn't go that way. That's the handle up. This makes no sense. That's good enough, I guess. It's not good enough. I don't like that. Go in! Whatever. Good enough. I'll fix it later. I'll fix it later! This is the Castillon arming sword. This is so pretty. Look at this sword. Look how pretty this sword is. Look at how pretty this scabbard and the handle and the pommel is. This is an arming sword that has a swelled tip. You can see how thick that tip is, and it's for puncturing mail and doing close quarters. And it's balanced so well. I really like this sword. There's a review coming on this one too. This is a really fun guy. I like this. Swords better than saws. What's going on here? What's a sad day? I'm not ignoring your saw demands. I just don't have a saw. Biggest, heaviest sword? Probably my Montante. I'll show you in a minute. We'll just do a sword tour for the rest of this time. So yeah, this is the Castillon from... Who makes this one again? I don't remember. I'll have to look. It's the reviews coming out soon, guys. I got reviews on all of these. Ow! I didn't do that. You didn't see that? Alright, so that one. And then this is my tried and true Cold Steel hand and a half. This guy is probably the one that I've cut with the most. Like I said in my review on it, I love this sword. For the price that it is such a nice sword. I can't say enough good things about this sword. It's really good for the price. So the Cold Steel hand and a half. What do we got here? Yeah, don't spam the chat. Be nice. Excalisaur. Oh no. All right, here we go. And then this is my newest sword, and it's kind of special. This is a sword that I ordered from a guy on Etsy. His name is X Gurkha Kukri, and this is the most amazing deal. This guy is in Nepal, and he will custom make you anything. I sent him a picture of a historical sword with some specifications on it, and he made me that plus the scabbard. The detailing on the scabbard, look at that, guys. And you know what? This sword, with shipping from Nepal, costs $310, which is insane. Look at this thing. Look at how nice it is. Now, I will say, it is not like top tier, the best sword ever. It's got some rough edges to it, but like barely. The pommel's a little bit small, but that's not a big deal. What's going on here? Link the Etsy supplier. Yeah, I will. So it's yeah. I can't link it right now. It's EX Gurkha, like you know the Gurkhas with the knives. X Gurkha Kukri on Etsy. You can find him. But yeah, this thing is insane. And look, he even did the handle. It's a red. and the heart. So all of this, including the scabbard, shipped from Nepal, and he did it in like 2.5 weeks, maybe 3. Like, I ordered it, and then it was on my door within 3 weeks from nothing. This isn't a sword he even makes. This isn't like one of the swords that he makes. He made this from the ground up because I sent him in some stuff. The guy's insane. He'll make you giant great swords. He'll make you anything. Absolutely go check him out. I will say, and you've got to understand that this is a very good sword. It has a couple of rough edges. Like, this isn't perfect. The pommel's a little bit small. Be very specific with what you want. You can tell him, like, center of balance. You can tell him make the pommel bigger. And he'll do it. It is going to be not as polished as something like an Albion, but man, like, it is such a good sword for the price, and the problems are cosmetic, really. So, like, I really like this sword. I really like this sword. Anyway. So, yeah, that's the little sword collection. Those are the sharp swords. So now I can go over and do the not sharp swords. So over here, wait, what's going on? Yeah, isn't it? Like, it's such a good deal. That where is it? Yeah, X Gurkha Kukri. I was trying to see. No, it's like Gurhka, Gurkha, like the Gurkha warriors. So this guy used to be a Gurkha, which is, if you don't know what Gurkhas are, they're legendary warriors, and Kukris are the weapons that they used. So he's got a bunch of stuff he makes just like that's on the site that's really, really good. But he's also got, he will make you, and my buddy asked him to make him a gigantic, like bigger than, like 6-foot greatsword, and he did. And he did it for ridiculously, like, his prices are insane. You cannot beat him. And the work's really good. You check him out. Check him out. Anyway. Absolutely. X Gurkha Kukri, yes. That's the Etsy shop. I'm going to pin this really quick, if I can. Can I pin this? Pin message. So I just pinned the message. That is the Etsy shop. Go check it out. Give this guy's orders. Tell him that Sellsword Art sent you, I guess. Now, I haven't reviewed that yet. Personally, I have not cut with that. Full disclaimer, I'm still in the process of reviewing this sword. I've not cut with it. I've just picked it up. The balance is great. But all my friends have bought stuff from him, and he's excellent, so I think it's going to be fine. Anyway, we're going to go back to doing this. So let's start with this. You guys, I've already done reviews on this. This is the VB Technique Sweater from Purple Heart Armory. I love this. This isn't, I have fenced with these, and they're fine. They're absolutely fine to fence with. Nothing wrong with them. They're a little bit stiff, depending. You can get the less stiff models. But I love these both for choreography and for solo drilling, and it also feels like a sword. Like, it's got some weight to it. Now, it is a little bit heavier than most swords are, in the sense of the way the weight is, but I really like these swords. I cannot, and these come in, I think these are about $225 or something like that, which is insane. For a sword like this, that's a really good price. All right, and then this one is the, oh, it's got some rust on it, don't look at that. This is my, it feels so nice. So I've since stopped using this as much because of a couple of different reasons. Mostly because there are different swords I like better. But I really still do like the Fiore Tournament Longsword. It's got its issues. It's a little bit stiff. The weight's a little bit far forward. But it's only $265 with the wrap. I still really like this sword. I can't say it's the best for most of the stuff we're doing in HEMA. I just still like it. I really like this sword. What else we got? This is my Albion Meyer. This was given to me as a gift by one of my good friends. And it's a nice sword. It's a really nice sword. I don't fence with this sword just because the handle's a little bit... It's made to be very accurate to about what it would have been. And because of that, the handle's a little bit small for me to use with gloves. But even then, I love this sword. It's what I use in all my videos. This is my demo sword. It feels so nice in the hand. Albion does a great job. So that's this guy here. What else have we got? This is my Witcher sword. So this is from Rogue Steel, who does stage combat stuff. This is a stage combat weapon, and it feels nice. It's good. It's not something I'd fence with though. It's not designed for fencing. But look at it. It's really cool. So if you want a cool custom piece for stage combat, Rogue Steel, that's what I recommend. What else have we got over here? Ah, yes. This is the Ensifer Black. It's a Polish saber, and it feels so nice. I really love this sword. It's one of my favorite swords that I own, except the first time I got one, there was a problem with the tempering, and it's not their fault. It happens, right? Like, they make so many swords. I sent it back. They got the warranty all done, but I'm afraid to fence with it now because it's so pretty, and I don't want to break it. In fact, I don't even like touching it. It's so pretty. Guys, this is such a pretty sword. Look at this sword. Look at how pretty this sword is. But yeah, it's a wonderful sword, and it feels so nice. It feels so nice. All right. Oh yeah, let's talk about something new that I've got. Let's talk about, this is about to get a review. This is the Time Lacer from Pavel, I think that's how you pronounce it. And they make some good lightsabers. We're about to do a review on it. This is actually my favorite lightsaber that I've ever used. It is, oh, hold on. I'm way behind in the comments, guys. Sorry. I just missed all the comments. Okay. What is the sword you stabbed me with? Did I stab you with? Oh, Justin? Which time did I stab you with the sword? That's the Ensifer. The Ensifer red. Let me see. Sorry, I missed the comments. I got in my own little world there. Okay, anyway, so this is my favorite lightsaber because it was built by people who do HEMA, and it moves so nice. Like, this is just insane. The way this thing moves. It's got the best feeling to it I've ever used. It feels so the balance point is actually all the way back here, which for a sword is a little bit far back, but for a lightsaber is perfect. The blade is a little bit shorter than most lightsabers, but I love that. So this is about the size of a sword that I would be using. It's got this nice little pummel on it, and it's counterbalanced, and it feels so nice to use, but you can also shorten it. So, like, you can take this off, and they actually are developing some stuff so you can double blade it, but you can take this part off and put on the pummel, and now you've got a single-handed lightsaber that actually feels really nice to use. So I've got some cool choreography coming up with this. We just filmed a fight with these, and I really like them. I have my Spada Dumani with me next tournament. Ooh! But handles like it. That'd be cool. Alright, let's check in the comments. That is cool. I'm not doing a flip. I'm very tired. I already did leg day today. Not flip time. Do a flip on the biggest sword. Alright, I think that's it for now. Those are kind of some of the most fun swords that I have. We'll just do a little chat, and then we'll probably end it because we're already about an hour. We did a good amount of practice today. I'm a little bit tired. Like I said, I haven't been sleeping well, and I've been working a lot. There's been a lot going on in my life recently, if you haven't noticed. Alright. Oh, it feels nice to sit down. Oh man, I still have to do cardio. Alright. Let me just do that. Biggest, scariest sword? That would be my Montante. I'm not doing weird Open. I'm sorry, Kevin. I really wanted to go, but it's just too much. I can't afford it. I'll have to wait. But I am going to come back to Kansas sometime soon and go through Oklahoma, so I'm hoping I can come down to your guys' school and finally, like, fence at your place with all your people. I really wish I could come see you more often. Just travel's tough. Check it out. I forgot to eat today again. Oh, thank you. Renz Borb. I'm bad at reading, but thank you. I appreciate it. Filipino. I don't know that kind of sword. Campilan. I only know the Espada. I don't know a whole lot about Filipino martial arts. I just practice a little bit of stick fighting. Should get a saw. Ah, get a saw and put it on the wall? No, no, no. Thoughts on Japanese swordmaster who first gave impressions on the longsword? I haven't seen that video. I'm sure it's great. I don't have time to watch a lot of YouTube stuff. I mostly train, work out, and make my own content, which it means that I can't really hop on trends and do stuff. But yeah, one of the reasons I don't do a lot of like reaction content and responding to people is because I'm very busy. And so it's easier for me to just train and make my own content. But hopefully, as things continue to go and I get more resources, I can maybe get some help kind of scheduling my day and doing stuff. What happened? Who joined? I need to eat. Just check it out. Eat by a saw. Frozen fish? I'm sure, yeah. If it was hard enough, maybe. Baguette sword. I did a fight, a stage combat fight with a baguette versus a sword. It was really funny. I thought that was funny. Baguette. Mukbang when? Is that what you guys want? We'll do sword practice and mukbang. You don't want to see me eat. It's not even gonna be good. It's gonna be like boiled chicken and rice. Here's the montante. I just wanted to show you the size. So this is my montante from Purple Heart, and it is in fact taller than me, which is pretty funny to me. Oh, it's so big. I'm trying to remember how James showed me how to do this, and I can't remember it. It's boom, 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 boom. So the great sword is less of a sword and more of a polearm. And I'm not an expert on those, but shing. Yes, those are lightsabers in the back. Yeah, the Gorget I like a lot is the, it used to be called the Destroyer mods, but now it's just the Purple Heart one. License taken away, what? Funny sports. Is what medieval? I am 5. Hey, oh, okay. I'm 5'5". I wish I knew more about this. Because I can't fight. Well, the other thing is I train 3 weapons pretty diligently, and I find that I can kind of do some other stuff for fun, but I don't do a lot of. I do other stuff for fun, but I'm really focusing right now on longsword, saber, and rapier, and I'm trying not to get too many other things going on to split my focus. Who wanted to say... Oh, sorry, we cut out there for a second. Really appreciate that. Wrestler guy? What wrestler guy? What are your favorite... What? Cool jacket like the one... Oh, so interestingly enough, it sounds like what Spez, the people who made my custom jacket, they are releasing my jacket under the name The Sellsword, so you can buy a jacket like the one that I have. Oh, thank you to Inception. I really appreciate that. WWE guy? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, there was a bunch of people who worked with when we were back in Kansas, and they were one of them. What time is it right now over there? Oh, it is 7:40. Oh shoot, I need to eat. Gym pose, like front double bicep and Atlas. Oh, I don't really know any poses. I've never done any bodybuilding stuff. Time zone leak. CST, yes. Eat. Ah, but there's so many people here. I don't want to leave. This is one of the bigger streams we've had. It's kind of fun. No, I don't have time. No time to eat. Eating is for lamos who want to eat. Oh, man. I am not an Australian. Do I sound like an Australian? Goodbye, mate. Is that Australian enough? That's all I know. Shrimps on the Barbie, which I know actually they don't say. And now I'm going to get in trouble. I'm going to get canceled by the Australians because I said shrimps on the Barbie. Fine, I'll eat. I'll have one of these bars, even though I really don't want it. And I want to have a good protein bar. But I'm out of those. So I won't. Cliff Bar. It is enough. This is like, are you kidding me? This is like 250 calories. I'll eat this and I'll go home and eat more. I'll eat. Don't you tell me what to do. You're not my dad. Mukbang. Here's a mukbang. We're gonna have a mukbang with a Cliff Bar. Oh my god. This is the worst mukbang ever. Swords and mukbang? What if we get swords for the mukbang? What else do I have? I've got all my lightsabers. Right there. I actually have more. There's somewhere else. I don't know where they are right now. I've also got all these really cool Purple Heart trainers. Let's look at those. We'll look at some of those cool trainers. So, let's see what we got. I think this is an I think it's Shodal? I don't know. It's really cool. I think it's African, so it's really cool. It goes whack. That's a cool one. What else we got? We got, the tiger hooks. We're going to do some choreography with these. I'm excited for them. They're pretty fun. They feel so nice. Yeah, you can get, and again, these are the Purple Heart basic trainers. They all cost about 45 bucks or less. A couple of them are more. A couple of them are more. What else? They have a Shamshir. The Purple Heart Shamshir. I like this one too. Boom. Feels nice. I think they said this was from something. It's really cool though. It's nice and flowy. I think this is Chinese. I want to say this is Chinese. This is that, like, Mayan bat. What's it called? It's like made out of wood with obsidian ridges. You just, like, smash them with it. I can't remember what it's called, but it's pretty cool. The most confusing sword? The most confusing sword. None of them are really confusing. Maybe that big Shamshir that I can't quite figure out. I'd say that's my most confusing sword. Ugh. I don't have a useless sword. There we go. I didn't want to sit on my knees all the time. What else have I got? I've got these fun little guys for Punchy Punch. This is like what Voldo has from like Soul Calibur. These are pretty fun. What else we got here? Oh yeah, we've also got these. The what are these called again? They're the push. Oh, there's a name for them. I can't remember. We have these. We're gonna do a cool fight with these at some point. Stab. It's pretty cool. Ugliest sword? I don't have ugly swords. I'm not gonna. A guitar. Thank you. A guitar. That's what it is. These are the messers. They're pretty cool. They're the basic trainer messers. They have this noggle here. It's pretty fun. So, boop, 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 bee. I mean, I'm showing you swords. I don't know what else you want. Oh yeah, there's I think this is a Jian. Oh, it's a little bit bent. I'll have to fix that. I take it out of the box. I just don't have space right now. I'm gonna do cool stuff with all of these. Don't worry, Purple Heart. I swear. I just need to not have, I need to have more space. But I've got these. I think these are the cavalry sabers. Those are fun. Let me read the comments real quick. Swords are very cool, yes. Katana. I don't have one that's a katana, though. Oh, is it Dido? Okay, cool. Thank you. I think this is Filipino. Pretty sure. Because I have one that's real that looks kind of like this. I need to go back to the website and check. Like I said, my main thing is European swords. So some of these are a little bit out of what I know. What else have we got in here? We've got, oh yeah, these are Filipino. These are the espadas. I have a bunch of these. I love these for training. So like I said, I do a little bit of Filipino martial arts. So I really like these. What else have we got? We've got, more of the same. Oh yeah, these are the Da, I think. These are Da. Like the one I have. The Thai ones. These feel so good. They flow so nice. Bam, bam. Just nerding out. All my stuff is so dusty. I need to work more on stuff. I think that's mostly what I've got in here. A couple of doubles. We got a Viking sword. It's a fun one. Raw. Oh yeah, I also have. So I made a video about this one. I need to put it out there on the line, but Koa Studios sent me this one. It's so cool. It's a oh, what's the name of this thing again? I can't remember what the actual name is, but it's Hawaiian, and it's got actual tiger shark teeth in it. It's really cool. I actually cut with this thing, and it's gross. Like it's it's nasty to cut with, but it's cool. It's also got a spike at the end, so you can do like hooks and stuff. These things are really cool. My shoes? Why do I want to see my shoes? I'm in. Yes, I think they sent one to Skull Room too. Yeah, really cool. Koa Studios, go check them out. They make awesome stuff. I think their stuff is Hawaiian and also like maybe some Mayan inspired stuff. That's so sharp. Shark teeth are scary, man. Yeah, Koa Studios. This is really cool. The most deadly fan. I'm not gonna end up anemic. I'm gonna eat real food at home. Maybe that's why I've been so cold. Raw. Oh yeah. Yeah, the Discord. We do talk a lot in the Discord. Alright. Okay. What's the temp? It's kind of chilly, but I've been moving, so I'm not quite cold. It gets real cold in here. The heater is okay. It's a lot better now that I have that wall in there. Kind of. I'm worried about the summer because I used to get most of my air through that wall. So I'm hoping it works better. I'm not showing you my shoes. Chest tattoo, it says sellsword. Because I am proud of what I've done, so I got a tattoo. I waited, what, 2.5, 3 years since I started the thing? Because I was like, I don't want to just get a tattoo of a YouTube that ends up failing in like a year. So I decided that no matter what, even if I don't get any bigger, then I'm proud of what I did, so I got the tattoo. Why do you want to see my shoes? I feel like it's a weird feet thing, and I'm not into it. Please don't spam the chat. It's hard for me to read if people spam the chat. Oh god. Oh, it's going so fast. Okay, go to sleep. See you later. Thank you, Second. I appreciate that. There is no best sword style. There are many different sword styles that have different attributes to them, so none of them are best. What does it say? Oh yeah. Don't spam. Have you ever had dreams? Yes? If they keep doing that here, I'll just time them out for a while. It's getting kind of annoying. Oh, thank you, Thomas. Tomas. Rosa. Tomas. Is it Tomas or Thomas? Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Chris. Oh my goodness, it's going so fast. My favorite style. And that's a tough one too, because I don't have a favorite style. So I like longsword. I mostly do, KDF German longsword, but I also do a little bit of Italian longsword with Charles. Saber, I do dueling saber, kind of Italian dueling saber, Radielli style. Yeah. Ooh. It's very sharp, but it's good at itching things, scratching things. I'm gonna like accidentally cut my jugular open. Oh, but it feels so good. Favorite sword? Favorite sword? Probably the saber, just because. I like sabers. Oh, thank you, Andy. Consider the best beginner sword. It really depends on what you want to do. So if you want my honest opinion on where you should start if you want to do swords, go do Olympic fencing. Pick foil, epee, or saber, and start with like 6 months of Olympic fencing. Now, granted, most people can't do that because they want to do HEMA, but that's fine. It's totally fine. The best sword for you is the one that you're going to stick with, if I'm honest. If you're interested in doing Scottish broadsword, go do Scottish broadsword. If you're interested in doing German longsword, go do that, right? Like, you will learn just fine. None of them are necessarily harder than any of the other ones. They're just different. So yeah, go find whatever works best for you. If you really want to get ahead, start with Olympic fencing because it'll make your footwork amazing and your distance, your timing amazing, and you can translate that to everything else. Yeah, we actually will use the Machulity. I don't know how to say it, but yes, we're gonna use that. Oh, Purple Heart. Yeah, the Purple Heart VB is great. Their VB fetters are fantastic to start out with, and they're at a great price. Also, the Regeniers on Purple Heart are a great price. I personally prefer the Regeniers, but the other ones are fine too. The VBs are excellent. So yeah, the Purple Heart synthetic swords are great. People are kind of moving away from doing synthetic sword fighting because it's not necessarily any safer than steel, and people kind of think that it is. Like they'll stab the crap out of each other and whack each other harder because it's. So I personally think steel is better, but the synthetics have their own uses. Like I use the synthetics a lot, but I really have come to love the foam Go Now swords. They're so good for practice. It lets you fence without putting on your whole kit, and that's such a good thing. It means that you can practice so much more. So yeah, I think of the foam swords that I've used, the Go Nows that are now on Purple Heart are the best by a lot. Yeah, the Go Now padded sword, it's on Purple Heart Armory. They're about $75 for the long sword. Super duper worth it. Oh, thank you! What was that saying? Any other socials? We're on all of the Instagram, TikTok, everything else. If you want to, it's up to you. Starter rapiers are harder to figure, but Castile, yes, Castile Economy is great. I personally switched out the economy blade for the normal blade on the economy because I like the normal blade better, but they're great. Yeah. Hey, hello in the Philippines. Yeah, the main thing's over. This is kind of the cool down at the end. We did about an hour worth of drilling, and then we looked at swords, and now I'm just kind of doing the talk out. I got to go soon, but there's so many people here. I'm really enjoying talking to people. Distance spacing but the idea of adding a sword. Yeah, so adding a sword to the mix changes things because your distance as a swordsman versus an unarmed martial arts artist is very different, and the sword moves faster than. This sounds weird. The sword moves faster than body because it's lighter. So sword fighting is technically kind of faster than unarmed fighting in a certain kind of way. Like, not 100%, but in a certain way it is. But it's still fine. Your wrestling background will absolutely help you. Rising Chicken's at home. Have a nice evening. Oh my Josh. Oh, I think you meant gosh, but that's funny. Are there some instances where hand-to-hand helps? Absolutely. So, wrestling is a big part of the art. In fact, back in the day, so like Fiore, who realistically, if you want to look at the longsword, Fiore is probably the most. He is the most. Fiore used the sword to kill people, the longsword. So his stuff is when the longsword was still realistically a battlefield weapon and a weapon people were using to kill each other. In the days of Talhofer and Meyer, who were a little bit later in the 14, 1500s, the longsword's still around. It's absolutely still being used to kill people, but it's kind of like the manly weapon of our fathers. It's not like the contemporary weapon. The rapier had very much taken over by the 1500s, and so the longsword was kind of like this. I use a man's gun kind of a thing. And it was used in fencing schools a lot. So Fiore has a lot of grappling in his stuff. In fact, Fiore's whole thing is do this technique so you can get them to the grapple, throw them on the ground, and kill them. The dumbest lightsaber form? Form 3. They just call it the defensive form. Like, I looked at the... People keep saying it's about blocking and wearing your opponent out, or it's about so the whole thing about it being for blasters doesn't make sense, because the primary practitioner of Form 3 is Obi-Wan Kenobi, and it goes back and forth depending on which lore you're looking at. Some of them mention blasters, but other ones don't mention that it's for blasters, and if Obi-Wan Kenobi is the primary user of Form 3, most of his fighting is not against blasters. So the idea that there's a form that's completely defensive is silly. That's why Form 3 is the silliest. No, better for self-defense. So no sword style is good for self-defense anymore because no one else has a sword. So it's like, it doesn't make any sense to use a sword for self-defense. If you have one, the other guy doesn't, sure, that's great, like, good. But Fiore is not necessarily the best for self-defense. Fiore is maybe the most historically... I don't know. Honestly, I can't really make a call there. Reverse grip forever. Was 3 meant to be a sword form primarily, like... Yeah, and that's kind of where it gets weird. The lore is so tough on Star Wars because there's 17 different versions of it. I'm not actually mad about it. I just think it's, like... I just think it's a little bit silly and overdone. So, but it's fun to make content about it, you know? Don't spam reverse grip. Thoughts on Link's... I haven't played the new one, but, like, video games aren't realistic, and that's fine. They're just for fun, you know? Oh, yeah, there's tons of hand-to-hand stuff in tournaments. Depends on the tournament. Some of them don't allow grappling, but the one I was just at absolutely allowed grappling, even throws to the ground. I do a little bit. So if I get in close, I'll press a hand to the side and cut around like this. That's the best that I can do. I don't really do throws, but people do. Oh, thank you, Gar. Oh, this is a... Oh, God, what's it called? I don't remember what this is called. It's cool, though. It's a Hawaiian weapon from Koa Studios, and it's essentially like it rips and tears. It's a very Doom Guy. Doom Guy would love this. So it's actually got shark teeth on it, sewed into it, and you would, like, rip open the neck, the belly, and the insides of the legs, all the places where there's, like, arteries and veins and all the good juicy bits. And because of the jagged, the jagged rip it would leave, it'd be really hard to heal. Opinions on the prequel, original Star Wars trilogies in general. I mean, I like Star Wars. There's a lot of problems with Star Wars, but I like Star Wars. The prequels suffered from, I think, a lack of
actor's direction. So there was directing being done, but it was more about the overall arc, not about giving the actors a lot to work with, and that did hurt. But you know, you get over it. It's still good. I still like it. Yes, Fiore is a total weapon system for arms, daggers, etc. Yes, very much so. Yes, dagger is grappling with a bonus. I don't. So, with the sequels, right? I don't. The sequels had potential. I wish Disney hadn't done it. I feel like it was very clearly done just to make money and not to further the art, not to further the story. I actually liked Rey, and I liked Kylo, and I liked all of it. The first of the sequels, like it wasn't a 10 out of 10 or anything. I still think it was the weakest, one of the weaker Star Warses. It wasn't terrible though. It was better than like Episode 2, which was absolutely terrible. It had a lot of potential. I liked all the characters. I didn't have a problem with anybody. Sure, Rey was overpowered, but like so was Luke. Like it's okay. I don't care. And then they ruined it. Like, don't get me wrong. Um, there are parts I like a lot about The Last Jedi. I really like what they did with the Force and stopped making it like black and white and gave it some nuance. The idea that Rey is powerful because she's powerful within her own right, not because she's of some lineage. I like that she didn't have to be a somebody to be important. I liked that it really did put into like it showed that Kylo Ren like he fell to the dark side because again, and I hate what it. I honestly I really hate what they did with Luke. Luke would never have done any of that. I thought that was crap. But if we have to accept that, the idea that again the reason that the Jedi Order failed is because they weren't able to deal with somebody who was having emotional distress. And instead of giving them counseling and help and letting them work through their anger, they're like, "You are angry, you must die." Luke would never do that though, so that sucked. Um, and then they just kind of sidelined Finn for no reason. Like he went on that silly like casino thing that made no sense and was not important, and I hated. Whatever. The whole spaceship chase was kind of stupid too. Like it was a very convoluted plot mechanism. I didn't like the suicide like run thing. That was dumb because why wouldn't they just make droids that could do that? Like if you could just turn on a hyperdrive and blast through ships, then just make little junk ships with hyperdrives that have droids in them and have the perfect missile, right? Like that's so much better. So that was dumb. Space Leia was dumb. The Mary Poppins thing. But with all that said, I really liked what they did with the Force. I really liked that they were more nuanced. I like that Rey didn't have some lineage that she belonged to. I like that what they did with Kylo. The acting was great too. Like the acting was fantastic. And then Disney can't. The whole thing with like, oh, we're gonna change directors every 5 minutes. Oh, the public didn't like some characters, and so they changed back to the first guy, who's notorious for messing up sequels. And then he like basically threw a temper tantrum and said, "Oh, all the stuff that he said is not real." And Palpatine's back. Somehow Palpatine has returned, and they just absolutely murdered all the character growth in the movies. Set up a dumb romance that they tried to backpedal on. It's a kiss of friendship. Listen, I've never kissed my friends, so I don't know about that. It was just bad. It was bad. They walked back everything. It was a movie made to make money, not because it was artistically relevant. So, anyway, that's it. That's my take on Star Wars, the new sequels. Really was okay with Force Awakens, thought it had great potential. Disliked a lot of stuff about The Last Jedi, a lot of stuff, but also really liked the philosophical angle. And then the last movie, it didn't happen. It's lucky. It's weird that they just didn't make another movie after the first two. It's really weird, right? That they just stopped making the movies, huh? Anyway, I'm done ranting. I'm done ranting to my audience. Reverse grip, yes. So reverse grip is useful unless you have to do a full twirl to get into it. If you have to do that, then it's not useful. Do not kiss my friends for real. Yeah, I don't. Oh no, I can't read that. Hold on, I want to read that. Albert Einstein. Can I translate this? Ah, I can't translate that. I'm so sorry, but thank you so much. I just can't read that. I'm so sorry. I feel bad. Oh, hello, JFTG from Peru. I've used a machete before. I'm not great with it, but it's fine. I don't have rational takes on everything. I just have some rational takes. Most expensive sword I've ever bought? Um, I'm currently buying an Albion sword that should eventually, hopefully, get to me. A sword from them, so that's probably that one. Kingdom. I have not played Kingdom Come Deliverance. I want to, but I don't like first-person games. I don't have a lot of time, so maybe. I don't watch Forged in Fire. I've watched very little bit about it. I know some people who are on it though. I'm just playing with this now. It's so cool. I like this. Koa Studios. If you want a cool thing like this, Koa Studios. Hold on to Linus, the largest in the South. Okay, I don't know what that means, but I appreciate everything. Star Wars influenced me the most. Absolutely. Sabers are my favorite. Absolutely. Mordhau, the game. Yes, I have. I played a little bit of it. I'm just bad at video games, guys. I used to play a lot of games as a kid, and I just don't have a lot of time now. I'm always making something, doing something, training. I want to get back into it. I wanted to do video game streaming for a while. I just don't think that people would want to watch that on this channel because we mostly do sword stuff, so. Muscle cramp. More than 2 days. Not a cramp. I get sore like I like twist or pull something, but not a cramp. Band for band. What's your hated sword? I don't really hate any swords. The Spadroon is a silly sword, but I don't really hate any swords. The most I've spent on a sword? The most I've spent on a sword is... The Albion I'm buying is over $800. And that's not a very expensive sword in the grand scheme of things. There are ones that go for a lot more. Hold on. I'm trying to catch up. I watched like the first 2 seasons of Stranger Things. I just haven't had time. I don't watch a lot of stuff. David? Oh, why? I don't know what that is. What's the silliest sword? The Spadroon is the silliest sword. My favorite historical figure. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Ooh, I don't know. Where? Is it? Uh-oh. What was this? Okay, thank you for getting rid of that. Do you think swords are better? The katana is a sword, so swords aren't better than katana. Katana's fine. There's nothing wrong with katana. The katana is a specific sword made for a specific thing, and it's perfectly good at that specific thing. It's a dueling sword. It's kind of like a sidearm on the battlefield. It wasn't used very much, and then it was used a lot in like kind of dueling culture. It's almost kind of like a rapier, you know? It's this cultural element of Japan that was used in certain contexts. So yeah, it's a fine sword. Nothing wrong with katana. I love it when David eats food. Don't make me feel weird about it. Maybe I'll stream games. I just don't have time. Dungeons and Dragons. I like Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, I don't get to do it much, but... How many swords do I own? Quite a few. I'm not gonna starve. I had a Cliff Bar. If injury wasn't a problem, would you spar with pole arms? Yeah, so I actually, some of my instructors do that, and I'm going to be doing a little bit more of that. We actually are planning on doing another double-bladed sword test, just for fun, because we figured out a way to make a much better one using 2 sparring swords. And so we're going to try that with some of my instructors who do pole arms just for fun to see. So that'll be fun. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like our shorts. More than 50? Oh, much more than 50. We're getting into we're over 100 swords now. David being Goofy Goober. You're a Goofy Goober, Hale. Don't make me come over there. Wacky combat with large great swords. We did some. We have a video about it, actually. I'll get some veggies and carbs later. Shut up. So Charles Turner, he wouldn't, actually didn't let me put he didn't let me put his channel in my recommendations list. So Charles is one of my instructors, Clark is one of my instructors, Brandon, Josh Farrat, James Riley, Mark Wickersham, Amber Domeray, Michael Sims. I got a lot of instructors. Oompa Loompa. Any experience with types of longsword pommels? I mostly use a faceted pommel, or a scent stopper pommel, but I'm ordering one that has a fishtail pommel on it. How much money do you reckon what would be? I don't know what you're asking. I don't know where you live, Hale. Have you ever met any celebrities? No, I have not. Hey, Michael! Is that the Michael? This is, God, what's it called? It's a really cool weapon. It's a Hawaiian weapon. And I got it from Koa Studios. You can find them on Etsy, I think. You should Google Koa Studios. But it's really cool. It's got, tiger shark teeth sewn into it. And it's for ripping people apart. Rip and tear. Got it. View message. Got it. I want to see this message. Oh, I have met Will Ospreay. That is a celebrity, yes. Probably the most famous person I've ever met. Fencing. So you're not going to find a lot of people who fence saber in HEMA. There are a few, but they're rarer. You could find a lot of people in the classical fencing world or in the sport fencing world. Longsword's going to be the one you're probably going to get the most instruction off of because people like it the best. But do everything, man. Pick one to start with, but then, like, follow your heart. Hawaii rip and tear weapon. Isn't it vicious? It is vicious. Hold on. I'm trying to... Hey, Clark! Everyone in a tournament who's using a rapier does it like a saber. That's how I do it. Clark is also one of my instructors. Clark right there in the chat. He is an instructor of mine. Just checking. There's so many comments. I'm not a celebrity. I'm just some random guy on YouTube. Let's be honest. If I'm a celebrity, I am a Z tier celebrity, like the lowest rank. Like, I am not. I am not a celebrity. Can I slice a bullet with a katana? Yes. Cut with the weirdest thing I've cut with the sword? Not much. I don't do a lot of cuts. Oh god, there's so many comments. 1 million subscribers is like nothing, really, dude. Like, it's... I appreciate that, but they're, like, the real YouTubers, like, the real ones, they've got, like, 5, 10 million subs. And they're... Like, also, we're a shorts channel, right? So, like, we have a lot of subscribers, that's fine, but because they're all on shorts, we don't make a whole lot of money off of it. And so, like, we're small time. We're small fries. Don't you out me. Just because like a couple people recognizing you does not make you a celebrity. It just makes you some weirdo on YouTube. I am not a celebrity. My brother, I need more Spicy Charles. We can do more Spicy Charles. Backflip for 200,000 likes. I'm not backflipping today. I'm so tired. It's not that many people, and it's shorts. It doesn't matter. They're way bigger channels than me. It's going so fast, man. Do I know what? A celebrity is recognizable. You got recognized. That doesn't mean anything. You can get recognized for anything, man. Yeah, for $200,000, I'd totally do a backflip. I'm not putting myself down. I'm being realistic. Listen, I am not a celebrity. I'm being realistic. I don't want to be one of those YouTubers who gets a big head and thinks he's something special. I'm just a guy doing silly stuff on the internet. So, semi-decent living. I don't know, man. I don't make a lot of money. What? Backflip for $100,000. I mean, yeah, if you're gonna, if you put $100,000 in the chat, I'll do a backflip. Don't do that. Don't waste your money on that. My head is gigantic. Yes. Hey, not like that. Choreo with these elements, reverse script, backflip. Do you want me to do? Oh my god, we can make the choreography with all the things I hate. Fighting someone in reverse grip against a double-bladed sword while doing a bunch of acrobatics, and what else can we add to this? And then another person has a giant sword, and I don't hate all those things. I'm just joking, but my hair routine, it's not good. I used to have more hair routine, but now I don't, because I don't have time. Hi, Perseus. Oh my gosh, there's so many. ADHD or what? I don't know what that means. Reverse grip. Can you even reverse grip a double-bladed sword? You're constantly in reverse grip when you have a double-bladed sword. One side's reverse, one side's the other one. 10,000 years of pain. 100,000 years of pain. 1,000 years of pain. I don't play MMOs because I just don't have the time. I like the idea of an MMO. I just, like I said, I don't get to play video games. I don't have time. Mordschlag with. Can you? Oh my god. Because, yeah, that's the other problem. So the problem with the double-bladed sword, right, is that it's the worst parts of a pole arm with the worst parts of a sword. So the sword's benefit is that it is very versatile. You can move around the body. You can go to different positions. You can defend yourself anywhere. And it's in front of you, and it can be a threat here, right? But it doesn't have much reach, and it doesn't have any weight behind it. It's all cutting like that. The pole arm is longer. You can hold it further away from your body, and it's got more power when it comes in because of that, and it has reach. So when you do a double-bladed sword, you must hold it in the middle, which means you only have a sword's length in the front, but you also have an awkward sword length behind you. And realistically, you can only attack with one edge or the other. So, like, it doesn't really have any advantages. If you use it like it was a pole arm, there's some stuff you could do with it, but the problem is you're limiting yourself from being able to go into long form, which is the best part of a pole arm. It doesn't have a hammer or anything on the other side, so it's not good against it's not good against armor, because the sword isn't good against armor. It's not good against another sword because it's not very maneuverable. It's like if you were fully encased in armor and you had a double-bladed sword and the other guy didn't have armor, then sure, you could murder them because you don't have to worry about getting hit. But if you're worried about getting hit, it's not a good idea. That's all I have to say. We're going to do another test on it, though, guys. We're going to do another test. Staff is awesome because you can move it forward and backwards, right? You can go to long form, you can go to short form. Like, staffs are great. Spears are great. But, yeah. I'm bringing this closer. Why is it so far away from me? Turn. Oh, that's why. Okay. I can't read that. I'm sorry, MM Shorts. I wish I could read that. Rizzed? I don't know what that means. Oh. I don't play Beat Saber, but I don't like rhythm games, but it probably would be fun. Yeah, the problem with the double blades is you can't protect your hands because they're constantly... And so I'm here, and as I switch, my hands are open. I just hit the hands over and over again if I was doing something. We're going to do that. We are building another double-bladed sword with, like, really good sparring swords and a better handle in the middle. We're going to do it. So we have a plan. We're going to invite a bunch of my instructors and see how it goes. But realistically, you know, we'll see. Whatever. Do I have memes? Memes for days. The Matchulity. That's like this, but, like, longer, right? I think they're cool. It would be red. My lightsaber would be red. Oh, thanks, Kaylee. Being mean to me. What is the best defense position? It's not like a best. I don't really know. So when you ask me what is the best of anything, my answer is always going to be it depends, right? Because, like, what are we doing? Best... There's not a best weapon, there's not a best stance, there's not a best attack. It's all very situational. Oh, thank you. I'm glad that my videos have helped you. Yeah, I'll do some more Blade and Sorcery content. Tomorrow I'm going to film a bunch of stuff. We're releasing a cool lightsaber fight tomorrow. That was fun. Best defense positions behind the wall. That's a good idea, yeah. Favorite lightsaber form? I think the forms are silly. I'm actually going to be doing some content remaking the forms because I'm pretentious, and I'll do that. I mean, like, Shicho, the first form, is the one that makes the most sense to me. But I've got some cool ideas. I think also Form 2 is cool, but it would be a one-handed form, so I think that'd be really fun. Oh, circle tattoo on my hand. Which one? So this one is Jormungandr, the Midgard serpent, and this is the Sith prophecy one. Bagpipes watching this. Oh my gosh! Berserker longsword, yes or no? I mean, it depends if I can balance it right, man. What do you think about sticking Watanabe? I don't know what that means. Oh no! Don't put anything in your mouth. What some would call excessive use of flesh. I mean, like, we're gonna face the same problem that Olympic Saber did with, well, because we don't have right of way. The flesh was overused in Olympic Saber back in the 80s, but I don't think. If you flesh and your opponent's good, there's ways to counteract it. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not, like, the best at tournaments, so I really can't say. Trash can is the same area code. Wait, what? Wait, you saw my trash can has an area code? Did I miss something? Oh, no! What are we starting up? No, Right of Way is not coming to HEMA. There are some tournaments that do it, but so I think that Right of Way is a really good tool for training somebody how to respect a threat. But I think it needs to go away once we start sparring. Katana Watanabe? That's interesting. Right of Way is a system, is a rule that they have in Sport Saber. And it basically means if you start your action first, if you start final preparation into your action first, your opponent has to parry or disrupt your attack before they hit. So if I start to attack your head, and instead of parrying, you hit me, I would get the point because you did the dumb thing and didn't defend yourself. It's a way to avoid just continuously doubling. And I think it's a great tool for beginners because they need to learn not to double. But I think once you pass the beginner phase, it needs to go away because it can lead to some gaming. Sports Saber is not dumb. It is useful in its own context, right? Like, I started doing it. That's how I started. And it helped me a lot. But, like, I don't like doing it anymore. It's not the rule set I want. Oh, my back hurts. Yeah, you can't cross your legs in Olympic Saber because of the flesh. The fletch. As my friend Josh Stale says, the fletchy. Fletchy. Yeah, I mean, like, so sport fencing is sport fencing, and its rules are there sport fencing is there so that everybody can compete under the same rule set, and it's even, right? Because they're not trying to recreate history. They're trying to have a game that they can all play with the same rules. So it makes sense, right? That they have to have rules like right of way and things like that. But in HEMA, or Historical European Martial Arts, or any historical weapons practice, it's not about playing a game. It's about trying to practice the art the best we can. Now, tournaments are games. They are 100% games because all of them have rules. So whenever you're at a tournament, you're playing the game of whoever the tournament organizer is. But what I like about it is that there's no one set of rules. There's a bunch of different sets of rules, so you can never just game the whole system. You might train in your club under a certain rule set, but as soon as you go to a different tournament, you got to play under their rule set. So it means that if you really want to get good at HEMA, you can't rely on gaming the rules. You have to rely on being a good fencer because it's going to be different somewhere else. And if you're a good fencer, you can adapt to the rules. Best sword for fighting zombies. I don't really know that I'd want a sword for fighting zombies because if it's the one where you gotta destroy the brain, you probably want something with a spike on it. So I'd probably want a Warhammer, Warhammer with a pick on the end. Except I wouldn't want to get stuck in one zombie's brain when another one's coming. And you're not gonna realistically cut the head off of somebody, even if it's rotting flesh. Like cutting the head off of something is so hard. So I wouldn't want a sword for zombies. Not really. Sports Saber's fun, man. I love Sports Saber, or I used to. I don't do it as much anymore, but see you later. What? I mean, I don't know if I'd. Well, okay. I appreciate what you're saying there, Kaylee, but the small sword would be really hard for the long sword to beat for other reasons because it's just so fast. But I see what you're saying. I'm not sure if it's true that I'm that much better, though. I don't do bayonet fencing, but I hear it's really cool. Hey, how's it going? Oh, yeah, casually holding a weapon. I do have great swords. I'm not great at them, but they're cool. Oh, yeah, I said this last time. So Bjorn is on my recommended list, and he does a lot of stuff with pole arms. So go check him out. I see what you're saying there. I don't know why. So wait, your club only does foil? That's weird. I've never heard of a club that only does one weapon. Usually they do all three. Do you practice open hand technique, disarm takedowns? Open hand techniques? I'm not sure what that means. Disarms a little bit, not really. Takedowns, I don't like to do those just because I don't want to hurt somebody. And I'm also really small, so I'm kind of at a disadvantage there. Thank you, Daniel. JFQ. I have a lot of swords. We looked at them earlier. Okay, we are getting... Oh, it's 2 hours. Wow. Yeah, I'm starting to feel a little bit lightheaded. I really do need to go eat. So we'll take about 5 more minutes and then I gotta go. I really do appreciate everybody on the stream. This is really cool. Um, so 5 more minutes and then I gotta go eat some food. I don't know enough about boxing to answer that question. Hey Wayne, what's up? I'm sorry I didn't see you earlier. Stop starving. I'm not starving. I just need to eat food. I'm gonna eat. Don't tell me what to do. Stop yelling at me. Stop it. Clark, are you all just gonna dogpile me on me about food? I eat food sometimes. Look, I used to, so health and fitness is a big thing in my life, and I've been getting better about getting back to the gym. I was like crazy obsessed with it before COVID, and I still am. But like I went to the gym every day, no matter what. I still do most days. Like I'll only skip once every week, and then I'll make it up later. But I used to eat like obsessively. Every 3 hours, I would have my pre-planned meal. But after COVID, and I started doing this, I'm just so busy all the time. I forget to eat. Don't tell me. Don't tell me to eat. Stop it. Stop. I'm not gonna eat a Big Mac. What am I gonna eat though? I know what I'm gonna eat. Clark's gonna get mad at me. I'm gonna eat 3 eggs and some oatmeal. I tried a meal prep on stream. No one wants to see me meal prep on stream. Stop. I'm making the slop, Clark. I'm making the slop. I'm not. I made a bunch of boiled chicken and rice, but I didn't put enough chicken in it, so it's like only about 200 calories per serving, and it's not enough. So I'm gonna have to meal prep again. I'm also poor. Food's expensive. Double-bladed burgers. War swords. I don't know about war swords much. My recommendation list is on the home page. It should be at the top under links. Bob demands that I go eat. Food is expensive. So good to scratch itches. Ah. No one wants to watch me meal prep. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe one day. Yeah, my cooking is not interesting enough for you. Like, if we did cooking with David, it would just be you guys yelling at me the whole time that that's not real food. Because I'd just be like, and now I've made the rice. It's done. What about the chicken? Did you season it? No. What else would I make? I could make a bunch of beef. Oh, I can make my chili. I do really miss my chili. I should make my chili again. Why did I stop making chili? Oh, because it's hard. Cut the food with swords. Seasoning is hard. Eat the camera? You don't want to see the inside of my mouth. Weirdos. You'll not... You watch me meal prep. My glute workout? Squats, deadlifts. I've been doing a lot of calisthenics. Leg press. That kind of stuff. Eat a saber. Nom, nom, nom. We're looking out for him aggressively. Grapes. Eat some grapes and ice cubes. Oh my Josh, I like that. Okay. Alright, guys. It's been more than 5 minutes. I really hate to end the stream now because there's so many people on it. But I do have to go. I've got a lightsaber video to edit for you to come out tomorrow. I want to try and get to bed a little bit early, and I want to hit Walmart up before it closes so I can get some food. So I'll see you next time. We'll go ahead and try and stream again tomorrow, somewhere around 6 or 7 if we can. My time, which is CTS, Central Standard Time? Yeah. So thank you all. It was really fun. I really appreciate it. I will maybe go buy some paper for tomorrow's stream. Go check out Koa Studios. Look at the bottom of the chat. Check out X Gurkha Kukri. Who else? Check out Cult of Athena for all those other swords I was showing. Pavel. I have to check out. The lightsaber review will be out soon, so you'll see it. Anyway, see you later. Thank you, mods, for all your hard work. Thank you, everybody. I have to go and eat food. I can't take you home with me to mukbang. I can't, like, be driving on stream. All right, bye, guys. Take it easy.